Welcome all. This is Tanea Plowman-Kohler of TPK Feng Shui and Design, and today I'm sharing my holiday gift to you all, which is the gift of space in your recipe book, or how to feng shui your recipe book using the KonMari method for ease of cooking and entertaining this holiday season and beyond. There are lots of ways to make space in your home. One manageable place to start this holiday season is with your recipe book. Not only will you thank yourself for having sorted your recipes when you're in the middle of holiday cooking, but it will make eating good food so much easier in 2016. As a food lover and a mom, I think a lot about the food that I feed my family and put into my own body. I have always had a love of good food, and over the years, I've honed that down to a love of delicious food that is also really good for me and my kids, that makes my body feel energized rather than lethargic. My recipe book, the one where I keep printed out recipes that I like to make, or let's be honest, that I made once, or the recipes I tore out from magazines because I thought I would make them in the future. That's the binder that had gotten so full that it was not very much fun to use. I couldn't find things easily, it was overflowing, and most importantly, it was not easy to put recipes back in because it was too full. So I let the KonMari method go to work on my recipe book. The results have been fantastic. I have found new old recipes that I love and haven't made in years. It energized my husband to cook a lot of those recipes for us. So here's what you can do to KonMari your recipe book as well and gain the same inspiration and clarity from the process. First, pull each and every recipe out. I know that sounds crazy and like a lot of work, but it's going to make the process easier. Trust me. As you pull each recipe out, make sure you're holding only one. Hold it up to your heart, maybe close your eyes and see how it makes you feel right at the center of your chest. Do you swell with joy or do you feel a weight dragging you down? Joy feels different to everyone. For me, joy feels like fuel on the fire or a fanning of fire right in my heart space, like a swell of lightness. When something doesn't bring me joy, it feels more like a wet blanket, something damp, putting the fire out or pulling all the air from the room, and there's a weight to it. Most of the time, it's clear. Yes, it brings me joy, or no, it doesn't. For those of that are in the gray area, it's usually the case that they do not bring you joy, but you're attached to them for some reason. I like to remember at this point that in the modern era, we can pull up just about any recipe we can dream of on the computer within a few moments. This allows me to more easily release the ones that I have some form of attachment to. I really only want in my recipe book the recipes that I use over and over again, that I will know are there, because now that I've begun to purge, I can actually find the ones I'm looking for. Second, recycle and thank the recipes that don't bring you joy. Thank them for showing you what kind of food you do like to make and eat. Thank them for inspiring you to cook at some point. Thank them for whatever purpose they have served in your life. Just thank them when you let them go. Place the recipes that do bring you joy in one pile, or what I found more helpful was to place each recipe by category. Some years ago, I divided my recipe book into categories in order to be able to find them more readily. This is a great thing to do, but won't help you much if you don't first purge the recipes that don't bring joy. Declutter first, organize second. This is true of all your things. My categories are as follows: meat entrees, vegetarian entrees, soups, salads, and sauces. Those could be split up or not. Breads, sweet treats, and seasonal foods, like the recipes I only pull out at Thanksgiving or Day of the Dead or Valentine's Day. With each recipe in a pile by category, I'm ready to start. I'm already starting to feel more clarity about my cooking. What you're left with at the end of this process is a box of recycling full of recipes that no longer bring you joy, recipes you actually want to cook, all of which do bring you joy, in piles by category, a lot more space in your recipe binder, and the urge to cook. You'll uncover recipes that you love that have been hiding behind all the ones that you do not. I place all my recipes into plastic covers like most people so that when I cook with them, the splatters don't render the recipes themselves illegible. Cooking is a very active process in our house with many helpers, and also so I don't have to punch holes in them to place them in my binder. Place them back in your binder with dividers, calling out each category, and rejoice in the fact that you know where to find the recipe you're looking for, and that the ones you love are no longer obscured by the ones you thought you might make someday. If this resonates for you, be sure to register for my free workshop, From Clutter to Clarity, where I'll share helpful tips for your entire home, including how to reduce holiday overwhelm and what to do with the influx of stuff that doesn't yet have a home. The workshop airs live this Wednesday, December 23rd at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. This is a full time of year, so if you like the sound of that but can't make the live stream, be sure to register by visiting my website, www.tpkfengshui.com, in order to gain access to the replay, which you can listen to at any point. This is Tanea of TPK Feng Shui signing off. I wish you happy holidays and delicious food in abundance.